We're still looking at the political parties in 5 months to the elections, and the two leading political parties are yet to launch their manifesto. And we're going on the phone line to speak with Dr. Edward Benya. He's a political scientist and he's with the KNUST. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for agreeing to speak with us.
Good afternoon.
Now, we were seeing that these two major political parties and some other political parties haven't launched their manifestos. Could this in any way affect them, and is this the way to go?
I think, first of all, let me greet your able listeners. And getting back to the question, I think that it is very unfortunate that the two leading political parties and other political parties in the country have decided that they will not actually launch their their manifesto. That, to a large extent, gives you an idea how these political parties take the electorate for granted, and it also tells you why we've been having problem with government in this country, because the manifesto is supposed to be the one that set the agenda for governance for these political parties. The political parties are arguing that because they feel somebody may steal their manifesto, that they are not putting out those manifesto, and not just putting out, but putting up early enough so that it could be scrutinized and voters may be well informed to make an informed decision when it comes to voting. Then it tells that those political parties are not really ready to let people vote of them based on issues, that they want to resort to other means of winning the seat of government. And when that's happened, it does not augur well for governance. It doesn't augur well for the political parties themselves, because when media and other civil society scrutinizes what they do, sometimes it may help them to refine the manifestos and do well. I don't know if the political parties know the importance of manifestos when it comes to election and democracy. That is why I feel that these political parties are deliberately taking voters for granted, because it looks like they do not have anything substantive to offer to the electorate. And because they don't want one, they don't want to be scrutinized. So that you wait until when the heat is on, when it's close to election, when people are less likely to pay attention to what you say in terms of your manifesto, and you release one. And I think that does not augur well for the Ghana's democracy.
Now, Doc, before we even get to the era and issue about copying of manifestos, which has come up lately, now, building up on what you've said, is it that the Ghanaian voter hasn't really gotten a grasp of the importance of manifestos? That's how come they haven't come up to, call these political parties to order and say that you're going to lead us and you want our vote, so give us the manifesto so we can make or take the decisions we need to take?
I think that, yes, I would agree that in the past, the Ghanaian electorate was not that well educated. But these days things are changing, and that is what the political parties have not taken cognizance of. The Ghanaian electorate, especially the one that decide the outcome of election, the floating voters, the independent voters, many of which are middle income people that we say that within the middle income group, are paying attention to what these political parties are saying. And that is where, if the political parties are not careful, it will not just be enough to criticize the ruling government, that the ruling government is not doing well, or it will not be enough for the ruling government to be putting on to projects that it has done in the past to win election. If they are not very careful, things might go in a way that will surprise them, because they think that it is enough to point to our political party affiliation, our social affiliation, ethnic affiliation, as it has been done in the past to win election. These days, we have a silent group that is paying attention to what these political parties are saying. And that is where the political parties have to come to up to date and ensure that those people are fed with the necessary information that will help them to actually decide on their vote.
Now,
my fear is that... Go ahead, please.
Please continue before I cut you.
Yeah, my fear is that if these people are not certified, two things may happen. It may increase the voter apathy by them not finding any of the two leading political parties or any other political parties credible enough to vote for, or they actually voting against the political party that is not see has given them enough information to enable them to vote for them.
Okay, but Doc, recently there's a trend where you hear these specifically these major two political parties come up and say we haven't launched our manifesto, or we're taking time, the issue about copying each other's manifesto is coming up. Yes, you've made some points clear, very clear early on, but is this reason enough for them to withhold their manifestos and probably launch at a later date or time? And if this trend continues, how would this affect Ghana as a country?
That's what I'm saying, that when I hear about the fact that if we release it, it will be copying, and that use that as the basis of not releasing, I mean, I get confused. I get confused because these days it's not like in the past, where when information is released, it's not well communicated. We have FM station, we have TV station, we have all sort of media that would actually propagate and get the information out there. So that if indeed you learn the manifesto and it was well promoted and people are well educated on your manifesto, when somebody copies it, people will know that this idea originated from one person, I mean from one political party or one entity. So where can this idea of somebody will copy? Are they saying that the Ghanaian electorate is that ignorant, that when you put out something and somebody is repeating the same thing, the Ghanaian electorate will not be able to identify that copying too? Even if that is, the copying is an issue, is that enough for them to say because somebody is going to copy, I'm not going to put out there? Is that supposed to be the basis upon which electorate should take their decision? Are they then saying that, well, because somebody is copying, we don't need to give you anything, just go and vote for us? This is where my worry lies at. I mean, I totally disagree with that idea.
Okay, thank you very much.
Go ahead.
I need you to wrap up so I can end the interview.
Yes, one thing I was saying is that the ultimate aim for all these political parties is governance, ensuring that government Ghana can move forward. Okay. But they are thinking of different way of doing this. So I think they have to give out the manifesto. Other than that, it might affect them.
Thank you very much, sir, and thanks for your time. You're still watching Midday Live.